So for the 954sports.com high school football playoff game of the week, it was on to Fort Lauderdale and St. Thomas Aquinas High School and the beautiful Brian Piccolo Memorial Stadium, where the Raiders of St. Thomas taking on the Eagles of Atlantic High School. I'm Matt Levine. Welcome to 954sports.com's YouTube channel. I'm looking for subscribers. Please go ahead and do so. Thank you in advance. I certainly appreciate it. Also appreciate the hospitality shown to yours truly at 954sports.com by the entire Raiders Nation. Mr. George Smith, the athletic director at St. Thomas Aquinas, and his staff. A pleasure covering the Raiders taking on those Atlantic High Eagles. Had a chance to cover Atlantic last week in the win in Hollywood over MacArthur. That set them up in last night's Class 7A District 4 Regional Final, the title game, a chance to advance to the state playoff semifinal round. As the Eagles entered last night's contest with a mark of 8-4, the Raiders coming in perfect on the season, 11-0, ranked by Max Preps right now, 5th nationally, 2nd in the state of Florida. So let's do this. Let's go out to Fort Lauderdale, show you the video highlights, and give you the story last night, as I had a feeling it would be a good one on tap. Was hoping so, of course. I knew the pageantry. I know I talk about it every week, but it was alive and well. So I knew that was going to be a win-win situation heading into last night's contest. And like last Friday, we had a chance of the umbrellas maybe needed to be broken out at points during the game. Mother Nature could be up to no good with intermittent showers expected last night. Anyway, early going. Well, the story, I guess, in the first half, defense took precedence. Both defenses with their A-plus games. No doubt about that. Let's roll the football highlights. Atlantic, they strike first. Sack. This is the sack by Jock Jones on Zion Turner. Atlantic coming out with that A-plus game. But St. Thomas and those Raiders, they certainly know how to play their own brand of defense. And they stamped it right here. Tyreek Sapp, number 99 in your program. As the night went on and we got into the second quarter, the defenses kept on prevailing. I did this last week with the MacArthur Atlantic highlights. Let's go hit by hit. We'll continue. Gang tackle here by Atlantic, led by Javon Jackson. And at the end of that play, I think you call that the good old-fashioned clothesline, right? Look at Devon Betty. Nice stop here. Last night, St. Thomas's defense, so solid in the first half. Get this. They allowed Atlantic 2 first downs and a total of 35 yards. And the scoring finally happened with all of 1 minute exactly left on the clock in the first half. Zion Turner, oh so talented. He has some targets to choose from on this team. Lots of offensive weapons, including this dude, Marcus Rosemy. He's going to play football at the next level at the University of Georgia. Go Bulldogs. 27-yard touchdown pass. 7-0. The Raiders go up. This is the ensuing kickoff, right? Atlantic with the golden opportunity to get back into it. Check this out. Tyler Burke, a little hesitation. Hot potato action going on. Finally picks up the pigskin. Rumbles across the field, 98 yards. Would take it into the land of 6, and I'm thinking, wow. Talk about the pendulum swinging. Old man momentum going the way of Atlantic, but not meant to be. Face mask penalty. Gold hankies fly, play wiped off the scoreboard. So, Raiders would take their 7-0 lead, go into the half. And, of course, that left me to hang out and check out the band. I've been highlighting that MacArthur band the last 2 weeks. Last week against Atlantic, right? The week before that, I was there against Fort Lauderdale when they merged both bands. And throughout the season, I've said it, I've gotten to see all the talent throughout South Florida and Broward County with 954sports.com and the game of the week, and these talented young people with the bands, the drum lines, the dance troops, color guard, dance teams, band leaders, so on and so forth, putting on great shows throughout the game and at halftime. So all I can do, like I've been doing all season, you know it, it's time to strike up that St. Thomas Aquinas band. And a job well done. Playing a little Carlos Santana. Doing a good job. So way to go to that STA band. Certainly, like I said, it's a win-win situation. Regardless of what happens on the football field, you've got a band that's going to have a winning night to entertain the crowd, the media. You get the drift. Let's go on to the third quarter and back to those football highlights at Brian Piccolo Memorial Stadium. Again, it was the Raiders with the lead over the Eagles, 7-0, and then the passing game would come alive. Same combo that worked in the first half. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Raiders get the hook up here. 33 yards out. Turner to Roseme. This comes with just about 7.5 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. I always say this. Good offense translates to good defense, and it usually translates to solid special teams. And that's a little bit of the recipe you've got for St. Thomas as they continue to march on. That touchdown again, give them the 2-touchdown lead, 14-0. And the defense, yep, they'd feed off the offense's momentum. And with just about 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter, okay, I'm old school, so you know it's time to do the safety dance. You don't know what the heck I'm talking about. YouTube it. Anyway, let's move on. This is Derek Wingo and company getting the 2 points. Great play there. The old safety making it 16-0. And then, like I said, special teams usually plays a role. The offense, the defense are firing on all cylinders. So is this young man and his special teams unit. All 11 guys making it happen here. This is William Voigt with the field goal. 19-0. The Raiders, the fans, enjoying the big lead. They can feel it. They can feel a matchup with potentially Venice in the state semifinal round next week. And they would cap it off here, punch their tickets to a 26-0 victory as Turner put the icing on the cake. A 9-yard scramble to the land of 6. So congratulations to St. Thomas Aquinas. The Raiders advance to the state playoff semifinal round in Class 7A. And indeed, they will take on Venice. This has been quite the rivalry over the last few years. This will be the 4th straight year. Last year, They've swapped the last 2 years. It was St. Thomas bouncing Venice with a 38-18 victory, only again to fall to Lakeland in the state championships. Oh, St. Thomas knows plenty about state championships. Since the turn of the century, 7 of them, 10 overall in school history. And now it's Venice up next as the Raiders improved to an all-impressive 12-0, and they earned last night's victory. Meanwhile, Atlantic, a hard-fought effort. Nothing to hang their heads about. Gave St. Thomas all they could handle last night. They finished the season, a good one at that, at 8-4. Wish them happy holidays and a great off-season, while the second season continues for the St. Thomas Aquinas Raiders. And I had a chance afterward to catch up a couple players and the coach. Let's start with the respective players. This is Riyad Wilmot, the all-everything defensive lineman. He was fabulous last night. He had a chance to talk about their simple approach kind of being the key. I also had a chance to catch up with Damian Anderson, number 21, all over the football field as well last night. He knows they prepped well, executed well, stuck to their game plan. And he also talks about what lies ahead next with Venice. So let's take a listen to a pair of victorious Raider football players after last night's W against Atlantic.
It came out really hard. We schemed a lot during the whole entire week, kept scheming towards our offense, doing trick plays, double passes. So all this came from the coaches, us scheming, getting the win.
Played very efficient. We got the job done. Coach Taylor and Coach Riley and all the defensive coaches put a great scheme together.
Next, huh?
Yes, Venice. 3 years in a row. I think 4 years in a row, actually.
So they're familiar with you.
Yeah, they are. Venice is a very disciplined team. We're going to have to play them very, very hard. We already know how they're going to come. They're going to come renegade as well. They're going to try to get in our heads. They're going to try to do everything they can. And we just got to play our standard. Nobody's going to beat us if we do our job, ever.
All right, and there you have it from a couple of those Raider football players. Again, Damian Anderson and Riyad Wilmot. I thank those two guys. Wish them all the best of luck in their preparation this week. Happy holidays to them as well, I should say. Happy Thanksgiving. I'll have a chance to wish them happy holidays, I think, next week, because that's where the 954sports.com high school football playoff game of the week is headed. So I'll give you that tidbit right now as we gear up to hear from the coach at St. Thomas Aquinas, and that's head coach Roger Harriet. Afterward, I had a chance to do some Q&A with the Raiders head coach.
I'm grateful that our guys are healthy, and we're definitely going to improve. There's things that we need to work on, and really all 3 phases of the game, and that's something that we're constantly looking for as a staff that keeps our guys grounded and humble and hungry.
And again, Roger Harriet, I wish him a happy Thanksgiving as well. Good luck with the prep and getting your squad ready for Venice. I'm certainly looking forward to that game next Friday. I cannot wait. So again, it's a final score last night as it's St. Thomas Aquinas winning the District 4 Regional Championship. They earn the right with the 26-0 win to head into the Class 7A state playoff semifinals. So lots to come as we gear up for Thanksgiving. I'm going to do my best to do a preview of the Venice St. Thomas matchup on Friday. So stay tuned for that here at 954sports.com. Look forward to Friday night's 954sports.com high school football game of the week. Looking forward to Turkey Day on Thanksgiving. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Look forward to catching you next week right here with the 954sports.com high school football playoff game of the week.